This is Pat Walker, Emission Winners. I'm doing a video overview analysis of the major index ETFs. There's a reason why we do this. It's not because, we just love to look at a million charts. It helps us see better where there's strength and where there's weakness. What does that do for us? It leads us on what to look into deeper, and it keeps us away from the lagging crud. You know, we've got a limited amount of time and a limited amount of capital. Why don't we use it properly and maximize our time by doing routines like this? These are the things we teach. So let's take it from the top. IBD 50. This is weekly on the left, daily on the right. Ran up here, kind of going sideways. Could it lift through this spot right here? This is the 50-day, by the way. This is the 10-week, okay? Can it lift through here on volume? Potential. Analyze the chart. Lots of red. Right here, up, but notice where it gapped up and closed. Couple of down volume bars. It's just going sideways. Needs to take out this top on really heavy volume, which will also coincide with taking out the 50-day. Now, this is an aggressive entry. This is below the moving averages, but I want to share this. This is a proxy of the many of the leading stocks. So, just for what it's worth, let's continue onward. Gold. Gold miners. Lifted up here. Here's the weekly, daily. Lifted through a spot through here. Went up, going sideways. Started to pick up again on volume. Kind of defensive, something to consider. Junior gold miners. Similar situation. Lifting up. And again, think about this. Don't just look at the chart, but think of what it represents, the industry it represents. Gold miners, gold, kind of defensive, things to consider. On down the line, gold itself, big gold. Here's the weekly. This is not a good bar here. Take a look. Here's the daily. We can see a shelf right there that possibly it could go through. All right, I'll tighten this up a bit here so that it's better for you to see. There we go. Through those tops. Has some accumulation here, but has some distribution on the weekly. Something to consider. Is this a great chart pattern? Always ask yourself, would I see this chart in any book saying, man, this is what we're looking for? It's a stretch. It's kind of a high handle. And when it lifted, the volume was just okay. So watch it. Bears watching. Biotechnology lifted up. And why is biotech going? Well, we always just examine the chart and accept it for what it is, but biotech is lifting possibly in relation to treatment for COVID-19. So, and here's the chart. There's a little shelf right there, some accumulation. I much prefer the ETF, the biotech ETF, than individual biotech. They can be great when they're going, and boy, they can clip you hard when they fall. So just something to consider. Here is North American technology. Runs up, could form a little handle right here. Okay, technology, something to consider. Tech, we're building a case. Right here, this is mid-cap. iShares mid-cap. Going sideways. Look at the handle cup with a possible handle here. Could this lift off? What would that do for us? It's low level, but it could demonstrate that the rally is spreading out. If it goes up. Am I saying it's going to? No. I'm saying if it does, it indicates strength spreading out. Needs to break through this top right across here on volume. IWM, small caps. Also, similar situation. Low level cup and a handle. Now, this is below the falling 50-day, so this is not in a leadership position, okay? But would it not be positive if this started to lift also? What would it indicate? That some of the bigger stocks are moving, but also some of the smaller ones. Am I saying it's going to happen? We don't know the future. All we do is watch. It'll tell us what to do. Right here, the next one, oils, oil services. Just going sideways, low level. Nothing really special here, okay? We know about oil and what's happened. You can say, that's not a bad bar. This gapped up and closed in the bottom half of its range. There was selling there. For this to do anything, it needs to go above these tops. Low level, be careful. Now look at this. Qs, NASDAQ 100, higher, above the 50-day. See that? It's above the 50-day. Now watch what we do here. You'll like this. compare it, contrast it to IWM. Below the falling 50-day. That's why we do this. What is this telling us? It's telling us that big cap tech is leading small caps. There's IWM, and again, we'll do QQQ for you. Stronger. That's why we do this. Just wanted to clarify. Steel, there's nothing here. And it's indicative that, showing a slowing economy. I mean, look at this waterfall. That's why we look at these. It keeps us away from this stuff. SMH, above the 50-day. Now think about this. QQQ above the 50-day. SMH, semiconductors above the 50-day. Technology. We're building a theme here. Little handle, little shelf forming right here. Look at the weekly. Up, forms a little handle. Perhaps it will lift. Am I saying it's going to? No, that's forecasting, but I'm saying it's forming a shelf here that could lead to a bounce, a lift through. Technology. So now we see QQQ. We see some of the small caps doing a little better. We see SMH. Spiders, similar situation. Look at that. SMH above the 50-day. Spiders just at the 50-day. But look at the weekly. Could form a handle here and lift, folks. Would be very constructive if it went sideways several days and took out these highs with volume. It would show that things are improving. We'll watch it and see. Solar, going sideways, lagging group. Nothing really special. You can see the shelf here, okay? There's solar. It was a great run through here. Small cap, just like IWM, but compared to QQQ, it's lagging. But if it lifts through that top right there, what would that indicate? That the rally's spreading on. This is a risk on small caps. This is more of a risk on type of tactic versus QLD or QQQ. So we'll see what happens. Would be good if it did. Oil, here's oil. What does this tell you? This is why we do this. Oil, stay away. That's it. Don't overthink it. It was like, oh, maybe it's going to bottom here. Folks, the trend is down. Wait till it shows some strength at least. There ain't none yet. Aerospace and defense going sideways right here. What really spanked this? Boeing going sideways. Needs to lift through here, okay? Low level. I don't really care too much about it. Home builders going sideways. Perhaps it'll go above these tops right here, and that would be good. And again, you can see the validity of doing this. It gives us a guide on where to go and what to avoid. It makes it easier. I don't want to look at a million different stocks. I want to look at the stocks that are in the strongest sectors. This helps us. Materials. Now look at this at the 50-day, forming kind of a cup and a handle. By the way, look at that bar right there. That's not mom and dad buying. That's real. That's real. That's 30 million shares bought there. Could this form a cup and a handle? That would also indicate that things are improving a little bit. Will it do it? I don't know. I don't know the future, but I do know from studying charts, as do you, this can be a pattern that leads to a lift. Something to consider. Communications going sideways, communication services, technology related, good to see. On down the line. Energy, another energy sector, still, going sideways, perhaps, but man, that's a real fall right there, okay? Would be nice to see. By the way, a lot of people say, there's no way energy can go up. When you accept the fact that you don't know the future, it helps you see things much clearer. I can't stress that enough. It's very important. This is for all of us. Please don't impose your will on what you think is going to happen. Let the chart tell you. The next one's financial. Going across these tops here. Low level cup and a handle. What have I said quite a few times? Low level cups and handles. That's positive. If we start seeing these break out above these low level cups and handles, it increases the potential that we're going to have a continued strong, a market improving. And we don't have to say it's going to happen. It'll just tell us what to do. Industrials, similar. Look at this. Look at this chart. Low level cup and a handle below the falling 50-day. Industrials, low level cup and a handle below the falling 50-day. Not rocket science. Now, is this the kind of setup that you really want to load into? No, you like to go strength. Technology, check this out. You'll love this. Below a falling 50-day, financials. Industrial, below a falling 50-day. Technology, above a falling 50, above. Technology. Look at the weekly, look at the daily. You've got kind of a cup and a handle, and it's above the 50-day. What does it need to do? Go above these tops right there on a pickup in volume. And you can participate in the entire, if it goes, the entire market move. Consumer staples, right at the 50-day, a little bit above it. That's plus to see. Can you see that there's a theme? There's more and more groups that are starting to look a little better, and that's good. Utilities still below the falling 50-day, but you've got, look at the weekly, you've got a low-level, deep V, cup and a handle. If it takes out the 50-day, by the way, I don't do utility stocks, but it would be nice to see it improve, okay? Healthcare, look at this above the 50-day. 50-day slowly curling. That's good to see. Related to COVID-19 right here. There we go. Consumer discretionary above. Kind of a deep V cup and a handle. Go across here. And again, I'll say this. We're going to do something for you. Metals and mining. Yeah. Deep, low level cup and a handle. Retailing. Low level cup and a handle. Look at the weekly. That's good to see. Software. Now look at this. Technology related. Above the 50-day. Little bit stronger. Software at the 50-day. Nice volume pickup right there on Friday. Going across here. I want to share this with you, and this is very important. Please remember, we are coming into the thick of earnings season, and it's going to be this way a couple of weeks and longer. I can't stress this enough. Know the dates that your company's earnings are coming out. I'm not going to say you got to know the times. Most companies report earnings after the close, but there are a few that report before the open. Know that. You'd hate to have a surprise. Software, back to the top, IBD 50. Anyway, I wanted to share that with you. This is for everybody. I hope this helps us. It frames up where to look, what to avoid, what has potential. And this is for all of you, and I hope it helps you. Systematize. It's a great thing. Thank you.